Well, actually, it's a song that I've been wanting to do for a while now. When I came out of Big Boss's house, I wanted to make this song, and it's finally coming together now, so I'm quite excited. And yes, we did release some teasers for which I've really worked hard in terms of getting into shape. I'd even torn a ligament in my foot, during the prep of Hotter Than You. And I was literally limping around with a 10 kg plaster on my foot, but I didn't give up on my body. I still went to the gym, and I feel awesome when I see the teasers now, when the plaster is off, that I didn't give up on myself, and I think that in itself is something to be proud of.
So according to you, which topic is the crab mentality?
Well, actually, I have suffered a lot in my life. And I've been also delayed endlessly because of the crab mentality. And if you see the logo of my production house, it says POOJA Misra Productions, cracking the crab mentality. So, actually I've just lodged a domestic violence case wherein I've had certain film families, really trying to block my progress, delay it, rob all my hard work and not even acknowledge me, and that's been really hurtful as a journey, because I've always had high regards for everybody, but such kind of prolonged torture. I mean, when you talk about POOJA Misra, the first thing that comes to people's mind is wo Big Boss wali, wo jo bahut jhagde karti thi. Now, not many people know that all those aggressive fights inside Big Boss's house, and even when I came out, there were a couple of viral videos which were all over the media websites, were all manipulated, and literally I was framed into doing all of that. Now you'll say, aisa kaise ho sakta hai? So let me explain. Would you all know what is mentalism? Would you all know what's hypnosis? Well, these are crafts which are used for medicinal healing of patients, medical hypnosis and all of that. But when put in wrong hands, it can really be used to ruin people's lives, because a mentalist has been used on me to drive me insane, to do crazy things, just so that I could be maligned in the media, so that my career wouldn't progress. I mean, I remember I have always been a certain personality. I didn't know a word of Hindi, I was like a cathedralite, South Mumbai girl, and my personality was literally eroded by mentalism, because I was made to talk in a certain way. I wasn't allowed to speak English. Everywhere I went, Hindi bolo, Hindi bolo. Every night when I used to go to sleep, I used to dread it, because in the apartment above mine would be sitting a mentalist or a thought reader, doing all these freaky things to my brains. So, I mean, at one point I realized my brains are not in my control. My body is not in my control. And I didn't want to live this life of a slave anymore. We all are born free. We all are free to live our life. I wasn't even allowed to live my life. That's why I'm making the song Hotter Than You, because I want people to go out there, dance, enjoy, because I was not allowed to dance and enjoy. I was forced to stay at home. I could not party. I could not act my age. I wasn't allowed to have boyfriends. I need to understand what kind of a cage can you put someone into mentally, and how fair is this? It's absolutely illegal. And that's why I've gone and lodged a domestic violence case in the High Court, Bombay. That's why I away, because I also am fighting my own case. I'm an advocate. And it's been very, very, very traumatizing for me to relive the nightmare I've been facing for 13 years. Can you imagine 25 Bollywood movies? From Dabang to Yamna Pagla Divana to Jism 2 to Mirzia to a Punjabi film called Yodha. So many movies. Rahul Ravel's movie, in which we had Sunny Deol saying no if, no but, just jut, which was being shot in New York. I was approached for that as well. So I mean, all these movie offers that I got through hacked phones, through a mentalist, through this lady herself sitting on my head every night, and I'm talking about sonakshi, sinha here. They ruined my career. They stole my movies. Every human being has got certain phases in life. If you've read the Manusmriti, what does the Manusmriti say? That there are 4 parts of a man's life. This childhood, then there is a time when he's finding his bearings and finding a job, adolescence, then there's married life, and then there's old age. So why are you not letting my phase of my life where I want to build a career and move forward and have a personal life, probably get married, have kids, settle down. Why are you not letting me progress into that? You've trapped me into one chapter of my life and you're just not letting me go. You know, and mentalism used not only to make me go crazy and do freaky things, speak Hindi, abuse. There were so many times when I was abusing and I didn't even know what the abuse meant. You know, so all this was done intentionally. Do you know mentalism can be used to, spoil your stomach, to attack your digestive system, to break your hand, to break your foot, to break your nose? I've been through that. And that's like the domestic violence case. You can't keep on breaking somebody's bones and think that nobody will ever find out. And this is a serious issue one needs to address. Now, if you're going to go ask Sonakshi, what do you have to say about it? She'll probably say, oh, no comments, publicity stunt. It's not a publicity stunt. It is a properly documented high court case with proof. Please understand. And if I haven't spoken up about it for so long, I've just been dignified enough not to. But considering they're continuing with this day in, day out, they put some cameras in my Pune bungalow. They've purposely banned me from my society. I've got an apartment in Bombay where I stay. They've got me banned from my own apartment, my own family house that we own. And they have got no summons from the court for it. It's not legal. They've just paid the board of directors in Ajmera Society, Windsor Towers, where I used to stay. And they've gotten me out of my own apartment because they don't want me to stay in Bombay. They don't want me to work. They don't want me to do movies. But then I need to understand, who are they? And what control do they have over my life? They were my, Mr. Shatrughan Sinha was my father's college friends. They went to Patna University together, right? So you are a legacy of loss which has been handed over to me by my parents. I don't even know you. And very honestly, I don't even want to, right? So would you please stop this nonsense and stop controlling my brain, my body and my life? I just want to live, I want to breathe, I want to just let go of all of this. If you let go of me, you know, you find a sone ki chidiya on whose hard work you're making crores, you're getting a lot of movies, you're giving some to your daughter, you're giving some to Salman Khan's girlfriends because you want to butter him up because he launched your daughter. Why are you using my hard work and me as a pawn in a game of chess? Mohra? That's what I've been all this while, a puppet in the puppeteer's hand. And who's been the puppeteer? The mentalist. Sonakshi herself can read your mind. Do you know that? She's been trained from childhood in hypnosis and mentalism. She can read your thoughts. When I went for the music release of Mera Dil Leke Dekho, the movie I'd done for Shotgun Productions, the first film that I'd done, and that's where I committed suicide in my career by doing their film as the first, because they didn't let me come up after that. I was offered Dabang, Arbaz's secretary called me up, but I immediately refused it because they were doing mentalism on me. My brain was in their hands. They made me refuse it and they planted their daughter there. And then all these fashion week showstoppers they kept on stealing off me. All these 25 movies that I was being considered for and finalized for, they kept on robbing off me. I mean, please tell me, is this being normal? So who is the psychotic here? Is it me who was alone? My parents, after my father's retirement in 2005, shifted to Pune. I was living alone in Bombay. So what was my fault in all of this? That I was talented, I was more stylish, I was better spoken, I was more superior than your daughter. So you did all these things to me to make me out to be crazy and stole my movies to hack phones so that you could just bury me alive? How fair is this? People need to know this, that POOJA Misra is not what you see her or perceive her to be. She's bigger than what her image claims to be. That she's crazy and she's scary and she fights. Please understand, that wasn't me. That was a mentalist that was being forced onto me. They were controlling my mind. They were controlling my body. I have been sexually abused for 13 long years without knowing it, because they make you unconscious and then they use you sexually, and in the morning when you get up with all these diseases and you're wondering, I am a brahmachari, I am a celibate, I am a Brahmin. Till date I've not been in a relationship. Till date I've not consensually been intimate with anybody, and you guys are just like using me and kicking me around. And I'm not like some uneducated hijab wearing maid that you've made me out to be. I'm educated, I'm qualified, good enough to fight my own case in high court. Excuse me, that says a lot about being a strong woman. And trust me, I wasn't born an advocate. I learnt it the hard way. Because I hired 9 lawyers, from Ram Jethmalani to Nayak and Nayak to all the top-notch lawyers who sit in Cuff Parade, all studied from New York and practicing in India. And they all said, oh, we'll help you, we'll help you. And when the date came in the court to represent me, they wouldn't turn up. So they would take the money and they would ditch me at the end moment. You see? So I learned law. In these 13 years, I learned law. And I'm fighting my own cases. And I've lodged an out-and-out case against Mr. Shatrughan Sinha on 20th April 2017 in High Court. You can check it on the High Court website. For domestic violence. Because they were living in the apartment above mine. They were controlling my brains. They were stealing my work. They were using my body and getting it used by other people in Bollywood to further Sonakshi's career. I'm sorry, you don't have that much of control on my life. Very honestly, I don't even allow my parents, my father and mother whose blood runs in my veins, I don't allow them to do that to me. Then who in the hell are you guys? Please tell me. And what was my fault in all of this? I was alone. That's it.
So you have came from a non-family background and you have came a huge responsibility. You have got the fame. So have you faced any nepotism in our industry?
Absolutely. What I was talking about was the nepotism I faced. You know, to the extent, like I said, जहाँ आपका दिमाग आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है, आपकी बॉडी आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है, आप एक बेबस पपेट की तरह किसी और के लिए नाच रहे हो. Who would want to live a life like that? आप बताओ, क्या आप ऐसी ज़िंदगी बसर करना पसंद करोगे? You know, where you can't even live your life. मैं बाहर नहीं जा सकती, मैं पार्टी नहीं कर सकती. I can't have a personal life. I can't have some friends who make me feel better, who I can talk to. बिल्कुल आइसोलेट करके आइवरी टावर में एक पागल मेंटलिस्ट के साथ बिठा रखा है पागल करने के लिए. तो फिर ये कौन टॉलरेट करेगा? और जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया, सोनाक्षी खुद हिप्नोसिस और मेंटलिज्म जानती है. अगर वो आपके साथ खड़ी है, वो आपकी थॉट्स रीड कर सकती है. उसे बचपन से शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा ने ट्रेन किया है इस सब में, जिससे उसे अपर हैंड मिले अपने को स्टार्स के साथ जब वो एक फिल्म शूट पे हो. दैट इज फाइन, बट डोंट मिस यूज इट बिकॉज दैट्स इलीगल. यू गेट इट?
You have been a VJ, then an actress. You have seen a peak point of your life. Then you have not reached that kind of fame.
Yeah.
So what went wrong according to you?
वेल एक्चुअली जैसे मैंने आपको बोला, पिछले 13 साल में मेरे को 25 फिल्म्स के लिए कंसिडर और फाइनलाइज किया जा रहा था. मेरा मोबाइल फ़ोन हैक कर रखा था और जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया, मेंटलिस्ट को इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा था मेरे दिमाग को कंट्रोल करने के लिए. तो अगर मुझे कॉल आ रहा है डायरेक्टर का कि आप कल रिहर्सल पे आइए, मैं खुद ही ओ आई एम नॉट फीलिंग वेल, आई कांट मेक इट बोल देती थी, क्योंकि मेरा दिमाग मेरे कंट्रोल में नहीं था. प्लीज़ अंडरस्टैंड. और आज जब मुझे ये सारी बातें पता चल रही हैं, इतनी लेट पता चल रही है, पर देर आए दुरुस्त आए, जब उठो तभी सवेरा है. इट्स बेटर लेट देन नेवर, राइट? एंड आई वुड से मेरे हमेशा सबके लिए कर्मास अच्छे रहे हैं. मैंने कभी किसी को हर्ट नहीं किया है. नीदर एम आई वेरी ग्रीडी पर्सन, यू नो. ना ही मैं कोई कट थ्रोट कंपटीशन में बिलीव करती हूँ, क्योंकि उस हिसाब से, जिस हिसाब से इन लोगों ने मेरे साथ ये सब किया है, अगर मैं इनके जैसी होती तो यू नो व्हाट वुड हैव हैपेंड. आई थिंक War 3, राइट? सो व्हाटएवर इट इज़, जो भी हुआ ये सब बहुत गलत हुआ. और मीडिया मुझसे पूछती है कि आप सोनाक्षी के बारे में आपने ऐसा बोला, क्या उसने आपको फ़ोन करके सॉरी बोला? क्या उसने आपको फ़ोन करके आपको कोई जस्टिफिकेशन दिया? एंड आई से नो. वो लोग फ़ोन तक नहीं करते क्योंकि दे आर गिल्टी. वो इग्नोर कर देते. आप उन्हें फ़ोन करोगे, वो नहीं आपका फ़ोन उठाएंगे और उल्टा अपने पब्लिसिस्ट से बोलेंगे, मीडिया में जाके बोलो पब्लिसिटी स्टंट कर रहे हैं. अभी आप देखो, एक बार बात होती तो आदमी समझ सकता है, ओके मे बी दैट्स फॉर पब्लिसिटी. बार बार आप कर रहे हो. किसी की आप 25 फिल्में चुरा के बैठे हुए हो, उसका फ़ोन हैक करके. हर रात आप मेरे घर के ऊपर वाले घर में बैठ के मेरे दिमाग को यू नो नेगेटिव थॉट्स से भर रहे हो, क्योंकि आपके पास वो पावर है मेंटलिज्म और हिप्नोसिस का. आपके पिताजी, आपके माताजी ने यू नो सिंस यू वर अ किड आपको ये सब सिखाया है, तो आप उसे मिसयूज़ क्यों कर रहे हो? किसी की ज़िंदगी क्यों ख़राब कर रहे हो? Can you imagine? There was a guy who I was friendly with. वो मेरे दोस्त जैसे थे और वो लोग जानते थे अकेली रह रही है बॉम्बे में, तो वो लोग काफ़ी प्रोटेक्टिव थे मेरे बारे में. तो सोनाक्षी सिन्हा के फादर, और फिर उसकी शादी हो गई, तो सोनाक्षी सिन्हा के फादर शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा ने मुझे ऐसा दिखाया कि वो मुझे उस फैमिली से प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं। एंड आज मुझे 13 साल बाद ये बात पता चली है कि सोनाक्षी सिन्हा खुद उस मैरिड मैन को डेट कर रही थी, और उनके फादर मुझे ऐसे दिखा रहे थे कि नहीं नहीं हम उनके बहुत बड़े दुश्मन हैं और वो आपके पीछे है, हम आपको प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं। और असली में शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा एंड हिज फैमिली मेरे पीछे पड़े हुए थे, बिकॉज दे कांट सी मी प्रॉस्पर, दे कांट सी मी सक्सेसफुल, दे कांट इवन सी अ पिक्चर ऑफ माइन बीइंग पब्लिश्ड इन द पेपर। मेरी एक फोटो छप जाती है, लोग यू नो फायर ब्रिगेड मंगाने की जरूरत पड़ जाती है, दे आर दैट जेलस। मैं बस ये जानना चाहती हूँ आप लोग का हक क्या है मेरी जिंदगी पे, आप लोग का हक क्या है? आप मेरे लिए एक लेगेसी ऑफ लॉस हो, मेरे पेरेंट्स के दिया हुआ सर का दर्द। यू आर माई फादर्स फ्रेंड नॉट माइंड, सो स्टॉप फ्राइंग माई ब्रेन्स थ्रू अ मेंटलिस्ट, बिकॉज अब मेरे को सब पता चल गया आप लोग करते क्या हो, यू नो, एंड इट्स रियली सैड एंड आई वॉन्ट एवरीबडी टू नो दिस सो दैट दे गेट टू नो हु इज द रियल साइको, हु इज द रियल साइको हियर, डू आई हैव टू नेम हर? हर रात अगर आप आके किसी के सर पे बैठ रहे हो, मोबाइल हैक करके उसका काम चला रहे हो 13 साल से, उसका कहीं पब्लिसिटी नहीं होने दे रहे हो, यू ट्राइंग टू ड्राइव समबडी क्रेजी, दे वांट मी टू कमिट सुसाइड, यू नो दैट? सो दिस इज लाइक too much of torture, too many games, like a little toy, you know, playing with me like a little pawn in a game of chess, कि ये मोहरा इस्तेमाल करो उसे काटने के लिए। I'm sorry, thanks but no thanks, I refuse to have anything to do with them. That's why I've lodged a domestic violence case, जिसमें मैंने एक restraining order के लिए request किया है कि मैं इन लोगों को बिल्कुल अपनी ज़िंदगी से डिसमिस और रिस्ट्रेन कराना चाहती हूँ। आई डोंट वॉन्ट देम एनीवेयर क्लोज टू मी, क्योंकि इन लोग को मेंटलिज्म और हिप्नोसिस आता है, वो उससे बहुत बुरी तरीके से मिसयूज़ करते हैं।